And I think we're live here. Just waiting on YouTube to confirm that we're live. I think we're up and live. This is going to be a short segment, maybe about 15 minutes or so, just depending on if anyone this is going to be a short joins the chat. So I think the volume is good here, so it's perfect. And so I've been talking all along about how I have done a good job of transitioning my tenants, kind of the paradigm shift from monthly leases, monthly payment, yearly leases to um, weekly, daily payments. And I think it has been a very good thing for my business. And I think for other landlords out there, you may find this very advantageous for you too. And I'll start off by sharing with you a a couple emails that I received yesterday to kind of demonstrate the point here. And here's an email message from one of my guests. Let me see if I can find it. And here's one of my guests here, and then I'm going to share my screen. And here he says, let me see if I can maximize that a little bit. Excuse me, I'll zoom in. And I'll zoom in here. And you may be able to see it a little better here. Maybe able to see it a little better. Let me see how it looks on YouTube. Not up to speed on YouTube yet. Give me 1 second. There we go on YouTube. Let's see how it looks on YouTube. People were telling me the screens were a little too large here, so let me transition that wrong screen. And there it is again. All right. So here's a tenant. I hope you can read this message here. I'll zoom in just a little more if not. Hey, I'm sorry getting my messages, blah, blah, blah. 385 weekly is fine. I apologize for today. It's my son's birthday. I don't know what the fuck that means for my rent. I was planning on sending through Cash App after our day. 385 weekly is fine. The other 2 nights came, blah, blah, blah. I'm a server and I get paid every day. So weekly would definitely work better for me. Again, why doesn't she pay her rent every day? That would work better for me. If you can pay your rent every day versus once a week, that's better. But I'll take once a week over once a month, any given day of the year. Let me share another email that I received as well. Kind of along the same lines here. This has been another tenant that has been staying with me day by day by day. One of the many tenants that has been staying with me day by day by day. They get paid by the day, they book by the day. But eventually they want to get somewhere a little more stable. And that stability now has been weekly rent. So you'll see here another weekly rental message. And let's see, maybe I don't have that one open, but here's another guy just basically inquiring about weekly rents. I thought I had that one. Let me see if I have that message, but I know I have it. And again, I think for all of you landlords that are still stuck in the daily, weekly, in the monthly, yearly leases, I think you would be best served by. I have this message. I think you'd be best served by getting out of the monthly contractual, weekly contractual, yearly contractual obligations and getting to the weekly, daily payment basis at least. The tenant can stay there for as long as they like, but you don't want to have them going 30 days without payment. Any good business, any good strong business, one of the things that makes them a good strong business is they have consistent the turnover of the payments. So typically landlords would have one payment per tenant per month. I've converted that where you may have four, you may have 31 payments from the same tenant per month. And I think that's much better. You get your money quicker without the risk of paying any payment risk there. So here's the other message from a guest. I'll share that with you here. And you'll see he's saying, and I hope you can hear me. Let me make sure my volume's up. Volume up at 4. You may have 30. Yeah, volume's up here, hopefully. And so here's the next screen share here. I'll share that with you. And here's a guest, as you can see it here. And he's saying, hi, this is such and such. Do you have a weekly rate? And you'll see my response here. Yes, they charge X for 2 weeks, 325 per week. So again, you see kind of the differential in pricing as well that you're able to do with shorter term pricing. You can do this with the kind of the same client base. If he has $600, he'll pay that. If he doesn't have $600, he'll pay the 325. If he does have the 325, then he'll continue to pay the daily rate. And I think for the landlord, that's going to be very advantageous for you. It's going to get rid of a lot of your payment risk that you incur with guests. And then there's one more thing to end this stream. I wanted to point out. Last time Trump was president, he brought in a lot of very affluent people to his administration, and hence many of those people had never lived in Washington D.C. before, so they had to find housing. They had to find housing pretty quickly. So his daughter, all the other people, he brought along some fairly wealthy people in his staff administration, and so it was a boom to the D.C. real estate market with the type of people that Trump would be bringing in versus say the type of people that Hillary Clinton would be bringing in. A lot of younger people without as much money, looking for a good government job. And so I saw this article in the news today. Well, it was just basically a Google search. I shared that search with you, and here's that search. And it is saying here that I don't know if you can see it. I'll zoom in a little bit. Zoom in. And basically, it's saying here that zoom in. DC real estate, sorry, is in for a roller coaster when Trump returns. And then you'll see another article which really piqued my interest here. DC real estate agents see more Nepo home buyers. What is a Nepo home buyer? I think you know what it is. And so you'll see in this article here, DMV first-time home buyers are leaning on their networks to help them buy homes. Local agent Christopher Suriana says, why it matters is one more sign of a tough real estate market. It's not just mom and dad. Nepo home buyers are borrowing cash from other friends and family too. As you can see there, buyers are cobbling together funds from a number of places right now, ranging from groups of family members to loans from their 401k. That's interesting, and that's a topic that I want to delve into deeper. You have a lot of people with money stashed away in their 401ks being held by mutual funds, trade associations, whatever, financial companies. And here, people are now cashing out the unproven 401k, and they're proving the time-tested housing. Everyone's going to need housing no matter what. This guy's been an agent for 20 years and said the trend ebbs and flows depending on market conditions. The median down payment on a DC home is now $54,000. That's up roughly from $32,000 in early 2021. You ask yourself, how many people have $54,000 to put down on a home? And typically those funds will have to come from your 401k. So people are more or less borrowing from their future, their 401k, to pay for their current housing of today. So anyway, I think that's an interesting topic. We'll probably cover that later on as the Trump administration. The Elon Musk and the Vivek Ramaswamy's cast down their anchor here and find housing in DC. And those millionaires and billionaires are sure to have quite an effect on the housing market here in DC. Once again, this is John Galt, the Urban Landlord. Feel free to support the channel by whatever means you prefer. We accept Streamlabs here. Streamlabs, and as you can see here, we have a goal up top, and then we also accept Cash Apps as well. We have our wonderful editor, Portia J, going trucking in the morning with HB2N, up all night battling the world with Stanley Cross, and me. I'm John Galt, your real estate host of sort. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. This has been a very interesting chat, and hopefully you guys are interested or already in real estate. Make sure you consider charging your tenants as they get paid. I want to make sure, did I show you that message before I get out of here? I think, yeah, she did. The lady did say, I did show the message where the lady said that she works as a server and she gets paid day by day. That's right. I did show that to you, and there it is here. Again, if she's getting paid day by day, you expose yourself to quite a bit of risk waiting to the end of the month and hope that she's done the right thing with her money and she's going to pay you. So I prefer to minimize the risk there by making her pay me day by day or week by week, as she seemingly was okay with here. Again, thank you again, and hope to see you over at the other stream right now. Thank you.